Now we're going to talk about how pipes are measured and listed according to their size and schedule. We'll also see how a line of pipe is fitted into a system as a replacement. We'll start with how pipe is measured. The first measurement taken is the outside diameter of the pipe. This is the distance from the outside edge on one side across the inside opening to the outside edge of the other side. This measurement is called the OD, outside diameter. The inside diameter is measured next. It's taken from one inside edge of the pipe across the opening to the other inside edge. This measurement is called the ID, inside diameter. The difference between the outside diameter and the inside diameter is called the wall thickness. Now, the wall thickness varies according to the pipe schedule. The schedule can be compared to pressure ratings. As you increase the pressure rating of 4-inch pipe, the schedule goes up 40, 80, 120, and so on. When there is an increase in pressure, the pipe must be increased in strength. The pipe is listed by size and schedule. However, pipe size is identified in a somewhat unusual manner. The listings give a normal size, that is, a size that varies from the actual size of the pipe. The nominal size listing is always smaller than the actual size of the pipe. So, if you ask for 4-inch pipe, you won't get a pipe that is 4 inches. You'll get one that is larger than 4 inches. Moreover, you'll see that some measurements remain constant and others vary. The outside diameter of a pipe is always constant, but the inside diameter varies with the schedule of the pipe wall. Now, let's talk about how a piping system is built. If you look closely at a piping system, you'll see that components and pipes are fitted together with a variety of connecting devices. In building a system, there are different ways to connect pipes to other pipes or to components. The connectors can be flanged, usually by threading or welding, or they can be welded. Flanges are connected to pipes or components in several ways, and flange faces come in different styles. We'll talk about the flange connection first. This flange is threaded to the pipe. It's done by threading the flange onto the pipe until the pipe end is approximately 1 thread from the face of the flange. This will prevent the pipe from interfering with the flange faces when the joint is made. If the pipe were threaded through the flange, it would prevent the 2 flange faces from meeting and forming a seal. A threaded flange has some disadvantages. Threaded connections have a greater tendency to leak than do certain other types of connections, and the pipe at the threaded point is weaker than at other places on the pipe. To provide a stronger flange connection, a lapped or Van Stone flange can be used. The flange is slipped on the pipe, and then the pipe end is lapped or faced off, as you see here. This type of flange can be rotated to line up with a connecting pipe. A gasket is used between the faces of the flange to provide a seal. The strongest flange connection is the welded flange. It has a welding neck, which is welded to the pipe. Again, a gasket is put between the flanges to seal the connection. Whenever you're replacing flange connections or components, remember that the new flange face must be exactly like the one you're replacing. If it's not, there will be leakage when the system is pressurized. So let's take a look at the types of flange faces you will find. There are 3 common faces: raised, male and female, and tongue and groove. Now, this is a raised face. The raised portion, often called the boss, can be raised anywhere from 1/16 to 1/4 of an inch. The second type of flange face is the male-female. The male face has a raised portion which fits into the female face when the flanges are connected. A modification of the male-female flange connection is the 3rd common type of face you'll find, the tongue and groove. One flange has a raised portion that fits into a groove on the other flange. This type of connection provides a very effective seal against leakage. Usually an O-ring is put into the groove to act as the gasket seal. In addition to the flange, some pipes are just threaded together with a union, nipple, or coupling. These types of simple connections are found mainly on low-pressure systems or on very small piping, 2 inches or less in diameter. On large pipes and in high-pressure systems, pipe connections are usually welded or bolted together. The type of connector, threaded, welded, or bolted, will depend on the kind of service the system's used for. When replacing a connector, always install the same type as the original.